A historic decision just reshaped American trade policy. The Supreme Court has struck down sweeping tariffs imposed under executive authority, ruling that the president exceeded his constitutional power. Billions of dollars in trade policy undone. Markets reacted instantly. Businesses are recalculating. But here's the real question. What does this mean for American workers, American consumers, and the future of presidential power? And more importantly, does this decision strengthen America or weaken its global leverage? In a 6-3 decision, the Supreme Court ruled that the president cannot impose broad global tariffs using emergency powers without congressional approval. The court determined that taxing imports is fundamentally a congressional power, not an open-ended executive authority. The ruling specifically targets the sweeping Liberation Day tariffs, but does not automatically remove all country-specific or product-specific duties imposed under other laws. This wasn't just about trade. It was about constitutional limits. Supporters of tariffs argue they protect American industry and rebuild domestic manufacturing. Critics argue they raise prices for consumers and increase input costs for businesses. Now the Supreme Court has stepped in not to judge whether tariffs are good or bad, but to clarify who has the authority to impose them. So here's the key issue for American voters. Should major economic policy decisions move quickly through executive power, or slowly through congressional debate? Wall Street reacted positively in early trading after the ruling. Investors tend to favor predictability, and courts reinforcing constitutional boundaries can reduce uncertainty. Tariffs are taxes on imported goods. Companies pay them, but often pass the costs along the supply chain. The big question now: if these tariffs are removed, will consumers see lower prices, or have supply chains already adjusted permanently? What do you think if tariffs protected American jobs or raised everyday costs? This case may become a defining moment in modern separation of powers. The Constitution grants Congress authority over taxation and trade. Over time, presidents have used emergency laws to move faster. The court has now drawn a clearer line. But here's the strategic layer. In a world of rapid geopolitical competition, does limiting executive trade authority slow America's response time? Trade policy isn't just economics, it's leverage. Tariffs are often used as negotiating tools in international diplomacy. If presidents require congressional approval for sweeping tariffs, trade strategy may become more consensus-driven, but also slower. Does that make America more stable or less decisive? This ruling may reshape how future administrations, Republican or Democrat, approach trade authority. It also sends a broader signal. The Supreme Court is willing to check executive power, even on high-profile economic policy. That reinforces constitutional balance, but it also increases the role of Congress in shaping trade outcomes. Possible next steps: Congress could pass new trade legislation. Future presidents may rely more heavily on narrower statutory tools. Businesses may reassess long-term supply strategies, and global partners are watching closely. At its core, this moment raises a foundational question. In a competitive global economy, what balance should America strike between speed and constitutional restraint? Strong executive action or stronger legislative oversight? And how will this shape America's industrial future? This is not just a court ruling. It's a defining test of American governance in the 21st century. I want to hear from you. Do you believe tariffs strengthen American manufacturing? Or should Congress always control trade taxes? Share your perspective in the comments. I read them carefully. If you value calm/fact-based analysis of global strategy and American policy, consider liking this video and subscribing to Strategic Pivot. I'm Weston Gage. Thank you for watching.